You're watching TVC News at 10. Nigeria is seeking an end to hostilities against its citizens in Ghana, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives is set to be at the forefront of diplomatic talks.
Femi Gbajabiamila says he will embark on a legislative visit to Ghana on Wednesday after holding a closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari. According to him, he got the president's approval to meet with his Ghanaian counterpart to achieve a peaceful resolution to the standoff between the two countries. He also clarified that his delegation would not be presenting any demands, but discussions would be made in the spirit of African parliaments. Relations between Nigeria and Ghana has been strained over allegations of harassment, deportation, and the seizure, as well as demolition of buildings.
I'm leaving for Ghana tomorrow to meet with the Speaker of the Parliament in Ghana to look at the issues on ground as it affects our citizens and to try and calm things down and see if there's a way forward. It's not about making demands, it's about just it's diplomacy. And today, in the world today, you have parliamentary diplomacy as well that comes to bear in the States.
Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila there. Akinwumi Adesina has promised to be a president for all as he begins another 5-year term as president of the African Development Bank Group. Dr. Adesina was sworn in today, and he set a new agenda towards improved regional industrial value chain and competitiveness of Africa's financial markets. Dr. Adesina's first term in office focused a new agenda for the bank group based on 5 development priorities known as the High Fives.
I wish to thank you all for your incredible support, the mark of confidence you all collectively placed in me. You elected me with 100% of all the votes of regional and non-regional shareholders of the bank, without any exception. This is unparalleled in the bank's 56-year history, and for this, I am extremely grateful. What honor, what confidence, and what affirmation. You, our shareholders, have showcased the African Development Bank's exceptionally high standards and its commitment to transparency and good corporate governance. I am deeply grateful for your collective trust, confidence, and support. Above all, I am greatly honored and deeply humbled. Over the past 5 years, the bank has delivered impressive results on these high fives. 18 million people with access to electricity. 141 people had access to improved agricultural technologies for food security. 15 million people with access to finance from private investments. 101 million people with access to improved transport from infrastructure, and 60 million people with access to water and sanitation. We've achieved collectively impressive results. The bank's High Five programs have impacted 335 million people. Now that's what the African Development Bank Group, your bank, is all about. People impact.
President, African Development Bank, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina there. Let's bring in Managing Director, Dignity Finance, Chijioke Kuchuku, who joins us now via Skype from Abuja. Let's begin with the controversial circumstances that preceded his emergence as president for the 2nd term. It came out clean, even when U.S. interests insisted that an independent body vet the allegations brought against him. What does this say about the quality of integrity Dr. Adesina is bringing aboard?
You know, at that level, the level of the global politics and level of African politics, if his hands were not clean, it would have been so difficult for him to be clean. But of course, with all those allegations, you will also know that there were various interests before those allegations started. Whether interest from the regional area or interest from international area, of course, the world global area. But of course, those interests came up with all those allegations, and thank God that they were found to be very frivolous, and he had to be given a clean slate. And it was a good news, especially when eventually he had 100% support from all the shareholders from both Africa and the entire world. So it was a good news.
Dr. Adesina is coming on board on the wings of an unprecedented unanimous support, especially amongst the rank and file in African leadership. How do you see this help his leadership at the AfDB and the expectations for him in the next 5 years?
First of all, I need to congratulate Dr. Adesina. I congratulate Africa. I will also congratulate Nigeria and, of course, the entire world. Don't forget that we have about 27 countries as shareholders from outside Africa, and probably about 54 from Africa. Now, it's been a win-win for the whole Africa. And, you know, when he was talking about his high five, you know, he was talking about, I will feed Africa. I will integrate Africa. I will industrialize Africa. And of course, I will improve the quality of life of Africa, and then I will light up Africa. Now, this he has been able to do in the last 5 years of his tenure. And, you know, for some of these things, there may have been some work in progress, which he would now have to consolidate on in the second tenure. So I think it's a win-win for Africa. It's a win-win for the shareholders all over the world.
We need to continue to stay and direct the bank's efforts to setting global standards of excellence. That's what Dr. Adesina is saying, and we're looking forward to what will happen in the next 5 years. Managing Director, Dignity Finance, Chijioke Kechiko, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.